There she comes. Alrighty guys, look, my name is Tommy, and of course this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. And if you saw my 36 hours hold on those on that brisket I did last week, you know exactly where we are going with this show. I got a nice 8-pound rack of prime beef short ribs that I picked up from Wild Fork. I mean, these things look absolutely incredible. I seasoned them up last night with some 16 mesh black pepper and some kosher salt. I let them sit in the fridge overnight. We are out here today. I am going to render these down slow. I don't care if it takes 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever it takes, because I am going to hot hold it in the oven overnight. So I am under no pressure to get these bad boys done. So look, man, enough talk. Let's get on over to the Lone Star. We've already got it fired up. Let's get these dino ribs in and start the show. Before we head on over to the pit, let's just take a look at what we're working with. That is an 8-pound rack of prime beef short ribs that I picked up from Wild Fork. Just score the back. That is all you need to do. No binder necessary. Leave that fat, leave the silver skin. We will render all that down. I mean, we work so hard to render the fat down. Why remove the top fat cap? Just leave it there. If you feel your ribs are dry, you can go with a water binder. Mine are nice. I am going to hit it with some 16 mesh black pepper, follow that up with some kosher salt, and that is it. Get that covered up with saran wrap. Get it on a, obviously on a tray. Get it in the fridge and let it sit overnight for 12 to 15 hours. Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh. So here we go. It all starts. We will hold that pit temp at about 250. I am going with cherry wood. If you don't have cherry, post oak is good. I got the thick side of the short ribs to the flame source. Probe it, close it, and I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, look, so there is nothing left to do but wait. So I will see you in 2 hours. We are exactly 2 hours in. Let's go in. I got a water spritz. I want to spritz it. I just want to make sure the bark is setting up nice before I do so. Make sure there's no burn marks anywhere. It's cooking good, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. Let's go in. Let's check it out. Let's spritz it down, and we will just let it run. Now I am going to go with a plain water spritz here. If you want to go with an apple cider vinegar or an apple juice or whatever you want to go with is fine. Just get a little bit of moisture on it, and don't forget the underneath. Hit the underneath also. Close it back up. All right, guys, this is smooth sailing here. We will let it run for about another hour, hour and a half, and then I'll give it another spritz. Look, we are 6 hours in. That is 6 hours in. The pit has been holding steady right at that 230 to 250 range, and we are only about 167, as you can see up on the screen. We are definitely in the stall. We have been in the stall, and it is at this point, if you were going to wrap them, you would wrap them now. Of course, I am not going to wrap them. I am just going to let these puppies run. I am going to build that bark, and I am going to take them right up to about that 195 or so. Again, remember, we are going to hot hold these in the oven for a good 12 to 15 hours. So I got plenty of time. And look, again, the reason that I love doing this method with the hot hold is I am under no pressure to get dinner on the table. If I was serving these tonight, I'd be under pressure, man, because, you know, I'm figuring 5, 6 hours. We still probably got another 2, 3 to go. Dinner time is in like an hour and a half. I am screwed. I'd be feeding the pit with wood, trying to get that temp up, wrapping them, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. But look, no pressure ribs with this method. So let's go in, let's check them out. Let's check that bark out, give them a quick spritz, and then just let them run. And I gotta tell you, man, these are looking good, and they are, look at the juices coming out. They are already soft to the touch, man. These are good signs. We will hit it with a little bit more water spritz, and I do want to get a handheld, so I'll get my my trusty chef's temp thermometer out, and you can see we are about 170. That is perfect. Oh yeah, I mean, look at the color. And yeah, that is the sun setting behind me. And yes, we are coming up on 9 hours in total. Look, the rundown here is we kept this pit at that 225, 230, 240, in that range for the first about 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it was. And we hit that stall at that point. What I did was I bumped it up to that 275, 280, wherever it landed. Took us right through the stall, right past the stall, right into where we are. And that, my friends, is about 9 hours. We should read at about 192, 193. I probed it before, man. It is already probing like butter, man. This is gonna be good stuff. There's no doubt about it. Let's go in, let's get it off. Let's get it in the shack. Because don't forget, we are gonna beef tallow it up. We are gonna wrap it up into some foil, get it in the house, get it in the oven, where it is gonna stay for about 12 to 15 hours at 170. So just as the brisket cooked, that is some beef tallow on some foil. We will beef tallow the bottom, we will beef tallow the top, and then we will seal it up nice and tightly. And of course, get it in the get it on a tray, get it in the stove. My stove fluctuates between 150, 153, all the way up to 170, and then she jumps back down to 150, 153. The flame turns on, blah blah blah. She goes back up to 170. Guys, don't forget, this is going in the stove at 170. She'll fluctuate between 155 and 170. I followed it on that brisket cook. I will get it in the stove, and I will see you all in about 16 hours. Alrighty guys, and here we are. Welcome to the next day, and we are quickly coming up to that 36 hours. So again, this is going to be a 36 hours, a little bit longer than I had planned, but the smoke was longer. I held it in the oven longer, and also the rub sat a little bit longer. So that is 12 hours with the rub, 9 hours on the smoke, and 15 hours in the hold at 170 Fahrenheit. Let me switch all these cameras around, get it on the board, unwrap it, cut it open, taste test, and close out the show. And so look, here is definitely the moment of truth, and I can tell you it is quite chilly outside, so we got a little extra steam coming off those short ribs. And man, they got the one thing I noticed off the bat, these suckers got that jiggly wiggly. I mean, these are soft, man. These are tender. And you can see the juice. Oh, yeah. I mean, these are about one of my, I probably like these better than brisket, man. I love doing short ribs. I mean, look how soft the top, and I mean, juice isn't pouring out of them. It is the softness at the top on the top, man. The wiggle jiggle, man. That is what's got my attention. You know, got to try to get a little bit of money shot in. Oh, yeah. There you go. I mean, these are soft. So look, we're going to get ready to go in live on this cook here. This is a major go, man. I am telling you right now, get yourself some brisket, get yourself some short rib, hold it overnight, and you will definitely be pleasantly surprised. Alrighty, man, look, there is not really much to say here other than this is definitely my new preferred method to do brisket and ribs. I mean, again, it is just no fuss, no muss. You have all the time in the world to get it done. You don't have to rush anything. and you can hot hold in the oven at 160, 170 for 12 to 15 hours, and you are good to go. So you can plan everything out perfectly. So man, these are as tender can be. I mean, these are, the smell out here is amazing. The juice, the fat has seemed to rendered a little bit more than normal, and that is probably because of the hot hold, that the fat has liquefied down and rendered. I mean, it is soft. It is like a baby's bottom soft. I mean, this is as soft as I've ever cooked them, where it is just, it's very brisket-like. It's I guess the best way to describe it. This is amazing. I am going to go in. I mean, look at this. I mean, guys, this is just fall apart beautiful, man. I mean, this is it's almost like burnt ends like, man. Let's go in. I cannot wait any longer. Wow. Oh, yeah. So look, couple that Lone Star, couple the Wild Fork, the Prime beef short ribs, the hot hold. These are by far the best beef ribs I've ever cooked, period. I mean, it is not even close. I mean, again, these are very burnt, burnt ends like. They just kind of melt right in your mouth. I mean, guys, that is out, man. I got nothing else left to say other than, try a brisket, get some beef ribs, man. I'll leave Wild Fork's information down in the description. Check them out, man, and just go to town, man. Have fun. This is incredible. There is no doubt about it. Again, my name is Tommy, and I appreciate all you guys for watching. Leave me a comment down below, and until next time, we will see you soon.